Hi, long time no see. Today I'm going to give you a reveal of my guest bedroom, guest bathroom refresh renovation project. This has been a long time coming. This has taken me a very long time to finish. It's not completely finished, but it is enough that I feel like I could go ahead and do a reveal of the project. I'm going to walk you around and show you around the space. We'll talk about the projects that I did, the budget, how much I spent to do all these projects, and I will link to every one of these projects individually in the description box below. If you've been here for a while, you've probably seen a lot of these, but if you're new, you can click on the playlist and it'll walk you through every single project that I'm going to be talking about. Also on this video, I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'll talk about that towards the end, or I'll talk about it in the middle and then I'll give you all the information at the end. Let's go ahead and get started. So let me start by just showing you a little bit, a couple before pictures of this room. This room was basically a storage unit for years. I had my kitchen island stored in here for years. So it has been just a disaster. And I finally was like, I gotta do something about this. It's stressing me out. So the first thing I did was painted the walls and I put up this trim molding, and then I painted the walls. The trim molding I had left over from my patio project. I had bought the trim molding at Habitat for Humanity. And so the trim molding was $55 originally, and I used everything that I needed out there and had leftovers for in here. So it basically didn't cost anything. And I just did simple like panel molding squares. And then I put a piece on the ceiling and on the wall underneath the existing crown molding that was there. The crown molding that was there was only about an inch. And so I made that a little bit beefier by putting the piece of trim on the ceiling and on the wall. And then I caulked and painted everything. The paint I actually bought from a gal on Facebook Marketplace. The paint is by Bear, and it's called Quiet Moments. It's a blue. In the videos, it looks a little bit more gray, and I got 5 gallons of it for $80. I think $80, maybe $60. It was a very good deal, and I love the color. You know, when I went, my cat is trying to get in the room. Oh my goodness, you're a crazy cat. Come in. So that was the first project, the trim molding and the paint. And then I made this half tester for the bed. I bought all this blue upholstery fabric from a lady on Facebook. She had 2 rolls of it, and each roll was 50 yards of fabric, and she charged me $10 a roll. I got 100 rolls of this upholstery fabric for $20. Because I had so much of it, it was kind of the jumping off point for the whole space. Actually, let me show you the real jumping off point for this space. The actual jumping off point for this space was this rug. I've had this needlepoint rug in my stash underneath my cutting table for years. I inherited this from my friend Jen. She was an interior designer, and she gave me this needlepoint rug, and so many times I almost cut it up to use it for upholstery or make pillows. I pulled this rug out so many times thinking, oh, I'll use it for this project and that project, and I never did, and I'm so thankful because I love this needlepoint rug. I'm in love with anything that has a black background with a floral pattern, and I love this trellis pattern, and the colors are just so pretty. So I decided when I was thinking about this room, I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to use this rug and use it as my jumping off point for the whole space. And I originally wanted to use a Linwood fabric for the inside of the tester, but their fabric is so expensive. And I tried to get a sponsorship from them, but they only sponsor people on Instagram, and I don't have much Instagram. So anyways, getting back to this blue of this flower right here and this blue here, I thought, you know what? This upholstery fabric that I got for $20, I can utilize it for my main fabric in here to go with this rug. So that's what I did. And initially I was going to reupholster the whole bed with this. After I made the tester, I changed my mind. So there it is close up. When Linwood turned me down for the fabric that I just showed you, I went on the hunt for a fabric that had all the colors of the rug and a good palette so that it would work. And so then I found this bird fabric, which I love. It has all the colors. It's got the same kind of smoky blue and this kind of salmony color plus green and brown and the off-white background. So that's what I used on the inside. So that I did pay full price for this fabric. It was worth it. I had initially thought I was going to reupholster this in the blue, but once I got this made and up and put the bed back in place, I decided to keep the bed this off-white color because I just felt like it needed to be different. You know, had I put this blue-gray on this, I feel like it would have been too dark and just a little bit too much of the blue. So this bed is a Restoration Hardware bed, and it's a little bit dated, but the style of it, but I still really love it. And it just feels so cozy in here. And it is a really great story. I basically trash picked this. And if you want to hear the whole story, I'm going to link that video in the cards up here. You can watch that video of the whole explanation of how I acquired this bed in that video. But then as far as the pillows go, I made these ruffled pillows out of a thrifted Ralph Lauren king size sheet. Both of these. And then these pillows I also made out of a sheet with this cute scalloped edge. That sheet was thrifted as well. These pillows I made, and I don't remember where I got this fabric. Oh, I remember. This came from the Joann's clearance section. It was one of the $4.99 a yard fabrics that I got. I'm certain it was probably a special order that got returned because it's just such a beautiful upholstery fabric. And it's so pretty. And then my quilt, and this is going to be part of the giveaway. So I bought this quilt. It was already this white quilted blanket, and then I appliqued this pattern on there. This is the giveaway. Let me get the other stuff and I'll show you. And the giveaway is I have a whole nother quilt like this, the exact same quilt. And when I cut all this out, I thought I was originally going to do an all over pattern on the whole quilt, so I cut out way more than I had. And I did offer this in a previous video, and I honestly really thought nobody was going to want it. But it turned out a whole bunch of people said they wanted to potentially have this stuff. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to give it away to one of you. And so I'll pull a name out of a hat, basically. You know, maybe I should just write it all, make it easy on myself and write your names down, and then I'll actually do a pull it out of the hat live giveaway. I think that's what I'll do. If you're interested in this quilt and all the parts that I have already cut, and most of them have the Wonder Under on the back, go ahead and put in the comments quilt, and I'll add your name to the hat, and I'll pull a name out of the hat on a live this coming week. That's what I'll do. Next Wednesday, I'll do a live and I'll pull a name out of the hat for this quilt giveaway. So this chair I bought at an auction, and it was $5. This auction that I go to, they have some furniture, but mostly they auction off bins, whole lots of random stuff. And so when they do the furniture, it goes for really cheap because not a lot of people are there for furniture. So this chair was $5. I reupholstered it, and I did a whole video tutorial on how to do button tufting like this, which is really pretty easy. So if you're interested in learning how to do button tufting on a chair back, watch that video, because the way that I do this is a really simple process. This fabric is a 100% wool fabric that I picked up at the thrift store. I got a plastic bag of 3 different kinds of fabrics. It had this wool, another wool plaid, and then like an animal print, and the bag was like $6 or something like that. And there was like 6 yards of this, 6 yards of the other wool. It was a crazy deal. So anyways, I used that here, and used a contrasting welt, and I made a removable pillow seat for it because I wanted to be able to utilize this chair at the desk. I needed to sit a little higher at the desk, so that's why I did this feather pillow, and why I put the casters on the chair, because it raised it up a little bit. And then this pillow is a needlepoint that my mom did years ago in the 80s. I have had it in my stash for so long, so I finally made a pillow out of it and used the wool on the back with a zipper. I need to make a new pillow video because I've got 2 pillow videos and both of them are so old. Maybe I'll do that soon, but yeah, this was a needlepoint that she made in the 80s, and it's just perfect. It has this bamboo detail on there. It matches the bamboo bench I have here. And the colors couldn't have been any better with this salmony color and the green. It just works with the rug and it's crazy. You know, good things come to those who wait, and if you're patient, things come together. It's really amazing. It's amazing. This desk I bought at the same auction. I believe it was $5 or $10. One of the only new things that I bought here other than that fabric, and I think that might be, I did buy the sheets for the bed. Those were new. The sheets, the inside fabric of the tester, and then this piece of art. I was at Home Goods and I was kind of sort of looking for something to go here. That piece just jumped out at me. It's sort of generic, but I think it's just so peaceful and lovely, and I love that it has a lot of black in there. I feel like you need to have some black in your space always, and that works well with the mat, the lamps, the chair I have over there, and then the bathroom. I have kind of a lot of black and white in the bathroom, which I'll show you in a minute. The other side of the room here. So I just recently put up these curtains. I still would like to make some tie backs so it's not so difficult to get through here, but I needed to have something to cover up the storage space here. There are closet doors inside the closet, but that needed to be covered up. Eventually, I have big plans for that space. I would like to take off those closet doors and then put a twin bed in there in the back and make it like a little reading nook, secret hideout, nap space, because one day I will have some grandchildren, God willing, hopefully sooner than later. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be a sweet little napping spot, hideout, reading nook for us in the future, which I'm excited about doing that. But this table here, I actually got this for free. I got it from a man on Facebook Marketplace. I was there to buy another table that I have out in my sunroom, and he was moving, and he said, "Would you like this table as well?" And I said, "Heck yeah, I would. This is beautiful." So this was free. I bought this cute little toll painted lamp at Habitat for Humanity. And I can see that lampshade needs to be dusted. Holy moly, it's dusty. My books need dusting too, anyhow. And then I made this cute little bow for a picture bow here. I have a tutorial on that. I have a couple of these. They're so cute, and they would be great for holding hair clips and things like that in a little girl's room. And then this chair I also got at the auction. It was $5. It's just such a cute little chair for putting on shoes. All right, let's go into the bathroom. Here's just another view. That little cowboy that's standing there underneath the lamp, he belongs to my mother-in-law actually, and when I cleaned out the closet recently, I found him, didn't know he was in there, and I just think he's so cute. So I just put him there because he was hiding out for probably 12 years in the closet. So let's go into the bathroom. I haven't yet given this bathroom a good cleaning since I finished the painting, but let me bring you in here and show you what I did. And I'll put up a before picture so you can see what it looked like before. It's going to be a little bit dark. Let me see if I can turn this. It's a little bit better. Anyway, it's very hard to film. There's only one window, and it's small, and there's a lot of trees in my backyard, so it doesn't get a lot of light in here. So it's really hard to film in here. But anyways, this is the project that I just finished yesterday, day before yesterday. I painted the whole bathroom the same color as the bedroom. It's Quiet Moments by Bear. And I did this hand-painted design on the walls. I showcased this a little bit on Instagram, so if you follow me over on Instagram, you probably saw this. I still need to clean the mirror. The whole bathroom needs to be actually cleaned. And I will have a tutorial video on how to do this pattern. It's very simple and quite fast, actually. I'll have a separate video on that in the playlist. I'll show you the before of this bathroom. When we bought this house, this bathroom had red and gray tile halfway up the walls, red and gray tile on the floor, and then this Formica countertop that was wall to wall. It was so ugly. And so I did the original renovation, put in this shiplap. This came out of my neighbor's house. They were renovating their house and this was piled up in their yard. So I stopped and said, hey, what are you doing with that? I would love to have it. And it had been in their house since 1962, and this stuff is hard as a rock. It was hard to cut, it was hard to nail into, but it was free. When I took off all that tile from here down, or maybe from here down, I can't remember, but when I took all that off, the walls were wrecked. So I actually had to just take all the drywall off, took it down to the studs, and then I put this up. I didn't do a super great job at it, but it is way better than it was. And you know what? It's an old house and it looks just old and patinaed, and I like it. So, and then this mirror I picked up at the auction. It was probably $5. And then these I got at Habitat for Humanity. They were $13 for the pair. You can buy these exact ones on Amazon right now, I think for $35 a piece, or $35 for a pair, something like that. And then I made this curtain floor to ceiling for the shower. And I have, you know, obviously a regular shower curtain behind there. I do this double thing a lot and do a curtain to the ceiling because I just think it makes the whole room look more luxurious to have a floor to ceiling curtain. And a view of the shower curtain. So now I'm on the hunt for some blue towels that'll match this bathroom. I'm going to get them at the thrift store because I see them all the time. And the black toilet seat and lid is something that I did kind of recently. I love it. It works with the floors. The floors I got at Habitat for Humanity. They were so cheap, the tile, so I retiled in here. Eventually, I'm gonna put a art TV on this wall, like a Samsung frame or one of the other brands, but I haven't found one at the right price. I'll probably get it on Facebook Marketplace. If you have any questions about any of the projects in this room, by all means, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to respond. If you're interested in getting on the giveaway list for the quilt, then put that in the comments as well. Just put quilt in the comments, or just I'm interested in the quilt, and I'll put you in the drawing next Wednesday, and I'll draw that live on YouTube Live. Oh, and one more thing. I don't know if you noticed my shirt. It says, yes, I sew, no, I won't hem your pants, and then on the back it has my tagline and my website. And I'm thinking about potentially making some of these t-shirts and selling them as merch on my channel. I don't know. I see a lot of people doing it, and if I can do it easily, I'm gonna give it a try. Now with AI, I think I could probably design it a little bit better with AI. So anyway, be on the lookout for that. I'll probably do that in the semi-near future. Got a few little things to finish up in here, clean the bathroom, put some tie backs on that closet, finish this quilt because I'm doing a house swap with my friend at the end of this month. We're swapping houses. She lives in North Carolina and her family lives down here in Florida, right near me. And so she has, let's see, there's 7 children, so she's got nine in her family. And so finding a place that will accommodate all of them is not cheap, so we're going to house swap, and I'm really excited about that. And that's been kind of the impetus for me getting this room done, is because they'll be here and I want it to be nice for them. So, and if you're interested in any of the other projects in this room, go ahead and click on the playlist right here and it'll take you to all of those videos.